Start, madam.
Very good everyone present here with warm greetings. I'm Mrs. Saraswati, EC member of MALA and also Assistant Librarian and Information Officer of Centenary Library, Chennai. It is my great pleasure to welcome on behalf of Manonmaniam Sundarinar University and MALA, jointly organizing the webinar on short-term courses on library. Today's webinar on the title is Accessing Research Output Using Bibliometric Analysis and Tools. Our beloved resource person, Dr.P.Ganesan, University Librarian, Department of Library and Information Science, Alagappa University, Karaikudi. He has been more than 20 years of experience in library and Information Science Department. He is very strong in his subject with a curious mind of his own. I cordially invite Mr. Dr. S.G. Rajasekhar, Vice President, MALA, and also Academic Officer, Sri Venkateswara College of Engineering, to give away the introduction speech about our resource person for this session. Once again, I welcome all the library professionals to participating in this webinar and also colleagues of MALA and my friends. Thank you.
ராஜசேகர் மைக் மியூட் பண்ணோம்.
ஓகேவா? ஹலோ, கேக்குதா?
Yes. Okay, fine.
Okay, hello everyone. One best book is equal to 100 good friend. One good friend is equal to a library. Quote from Dr. A.P.J. Abdul Kalam. I am Lion Dr. S. Rajasekhar, Vice President, MALA, President, Lions Club of Madras City, and former academic officer, Sri Venkateswara College of Engineering. Dr. P.Ganesan is currently working as a librarian of Alagappa University at Karaikudi. He has completed 1-year training course on information technology application to library and information centers at NCSI, Indian Institute of Science, Bangalore, and worked as project assistant. His total teaching experience is 17 years. He has guided 6 PhD scholars and 27 MPhil scholars. He has attended many conferences and workshops. He has handled over BLS, MLS, MPhil classes at Alagappa University, Karaikudi. I thank you for accepting as a resource person for this webinar, and I handed over the session to Dr. P.Ganesan. Thank you, sir. Thank you, my president, sir, Dr. K. Nityanandam. Thank you once again. Thank you, sir.
Thank you, sir. Is it audible? My voice is audible?
Yes, sir. Audible.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Yes, sir. You proceed, sir.
Yeah, please. First of all, let me express my immense thanks to Professor Dr. Nityanandam, former librarian and director of the great Anna University, and who is very active even at this age. I do not know whether we will be like Professor Nityanandam. All credit goes to Professor Nityanandam, and the way he is conducting the program is really amazing. And my special thanks go to the Secretary of MALA, Dr. Venkatramani, and I thank Dr. Rajasekhar, Vice President of MALA, who is in touch with me, and Dr. Malati, Dr. Janathanam, and my scholar, Mrs. Saraswati has given an introduction note about this particular program, and I extend all my thanks to all the office bearers and members of Mala, and my special thanks go to Dr. P. Balasubramanian, librarian and head of Department of Library and Information Science, Manonmaniam Sundarnar University, Tirunelveli. With this a small thank address, let me go to the subject. Let me go to the topic. Sir, my PPT is visible now?
Sir, visible.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
Okay, thank you.
Yes,
thank you.
your PPT is visible.
Okay, sir. If in between,
Please proceed.
if there is a problem, please just stop me and guide me. Thank you. So actually, she has mentioned that my topic is accessing research output using bibliometric tools, but slight change is there. My topic is assessing research output using bibliometric tools. So this is in today's environment, nearly 30% of the research is undertaken on bibliometric study. We know what is mean by bibliometric study, cytometric study, webometric study, and altimetric study. There are a number of metric studies are available. Even if you take metric studies on social sciences, that is sociometry. If you apply it in economics, it is econometrics. If you apply it to information, it is informatics. So like that, if you apply metrics to any study, that will become metric study of that particular subject. Now, this metric study is being used in almost all the fields, all the subject. So just by removing this metric, you cannot study a particular discipline. That is what today's situation. So what is meant by research output? What is meant by research? First, we should know what is meant by research. Research means it's a kind of problem. You have to identify a problem. So by identifying a problem, you must give a solution to that particular problem. See, you should not take any common problem. When you are interested to study on particular research, then you should find out the gap, where the gap is existing. You must identify the problem, a specific problem, not common problem. So by doing that, you will bring out n number of articles. So this is what the research output. When you are writing a research, from your research, you will bring out a number of articles, research articles. These research articles are nothing but research output. In the earlier period, the researchers, they used to produce the number of articles. There were no metric studies, so it will be very difficult to find the impact factor of that particular article or particular author. What was measured is just the number of counting of articles, how many articles I have produced, how many articles Professor Nityanandam has produced. That was the only measure has been taken in the earlier day. But today we have number of factors are there. Number of factors are available. You can go for citation for article. You can go for impact factor for journal, H-index for author, H-index for department, H-index for the institution. So there are number of research indicators are available to measure the particular item. We'll see one by one. So what is meant by research output? A massive amount of data published in journals, books, conference papers, etc. stored and organized in bibliographic database. What is meant by the bibliographic database? See, first of all, first you must know what is meant by bibliography, what is meant by citation. If you know these two things, then only it will be easy for you to understand bibliometric study or scientometric study. So first, what is meant by bibliography? Maybe it looks silly, but even if the researcher or the student, if he is not aware of what is meant by bibliography, what is meant by reference, what is meant by citation means, then it is very difficult to understand bibliometric study. So first we must know what is meant by reference or bibliography. More or less same, but we will see the difference between reference and bibliography. Bibliography means the particulars of particular book or the details of particular article. For example, if you take an article, the author, article name, journal, year of publication, volume number, issue number, page number, website, these are all collectively called as bibliography or reference. You can just right now you can make it, you can call it as reference or bibliography. Then you must know what is meant by citation. Citation means it is giving thanks to the person who has helped you. For example, I have worked for you. I have did some work for you, and you will say thanks to me. That is what citation means. So, for example, for writing your article, you have taken my article. You have referred my article into your article. So, you will put my details, bibliographical details into your article. This is nothing but citation. That means acknowledging my works. So this you must be clear. This bibliography means what? And citation means what? If you are clear with this, then research, this bibliometry study will be very easy. The information such as authors, titles, journals, keywords, citation, etc. are best indicators to perform research impact using bibliometric techniques. By using bibliometric techniques, you can measure the authors, you can measure the titles, journals, keywords, citation, departments, and so many other indicators. So research output is the measure of the number of research papers in both quantity and quality. As I told you, in the earlier period, they have counted just quantity. But today, we have to look into both quantity as well as quality. So just by having quantity, your article will not get the impact. So we have to measure both the quantity as well as quantity. Our research outputs are published as articles in impact factor journals. So the journal also will be measured. The journal impact factor also will be calculated based on the number of articles being cited. If more number of articles in particular journal is cited, means the particular journal has more impact factor. So research outputs are, we can say, articles, conference proceedings, books, patents, policy reports, and other artifacts like exhibitions, data sets, software, hardware, and so many other things. So these are all different types of databases. Why research output must be assessed? What is the reason for assessing the research output? So today, the institutions are pressurized by the funding agencies. When the funding agencies allocates money to the particular institution means, in turn, the funding agency is asking the research output in the form of research articles. So even public also, they force. The second one is to compete with other institutions, for example, ranking. Now NIRF and this THE, Time Higher Education. There are many this ranking institutions are there. So so ranking. So ranking is very, very important. So in order to survive, the institutions must be ranked. So according to Bowman and Marx, research impact is considered to be the social, economic, environment, and cultural benefit of research to end users in the wider community, regionally, nationally, and or internationally. Whatever the research you are doing, which must be useful to the community. Ultimate aim of any research should go to the community in the form of economic. Their socio-economic status should be improved. Cultural benefit should be improved. Improve. That is the reason. There are different types of study. I don't want to explain each because these things you can get it through books. In the beginning, Libriometrics, application of mathematics to library, informatics, application of mathematics, statistics to information, bibliometrics, application of mathematics and statistics to books, then cytometrics, science, bibliometrics for web, altmetrics. Now the social networks also play an important role in spreading the research impact. So this is the latest one is altmetrics. So what is bibliometrics? It's a numerical method of measuring and evaluating research output. If you want to measure the research output, bibliometrics is one of the best tools. Metrics helps to find out to measure the impact of research articles. If you want to measure the research articles, bibliometrics plays a vital role. Number of publications and the relevant impact are widely regarded as measures of the reputation of a given researcher, and the same is practiced for the journal. Suppose if you want to know the quality of a person, then you must find out his number of publications and the impact of his publications. So how many of them have cited his articles, each article. The same is applied to journals also. So bibliometrics are a series of measures used by universities, funding agencies, ranking organizations, and others to assess research outputs. In many places, the bibliometrics are assessed. As I told you, the universities, funding agencies, ranking organizations, like Time Higher Education, NIRF, these are all ranking agencies. In academia, the culture of publish or perish. Either you should publish or you cannot perish. You cannot grow. Has long been linked to determining the success of individual research. So, publish or perish. Bibliometrics analysis is one important tool among a basket of potential processes and related tools used to understand aspects of research output. So bibliometrics, where it is being used, it is used for books, websites, monographs, conference proceedings, policy statements, and even patents. Usually done by counting the number of times the article is cited after it is published. Suppose you are publishing one article this year, and next year you can come to know that how many of them have cited your article. Suppose I have published one article, and next year in 2021, July, in the same time, if I see my article, for example, my article has been cited by 30 authors, means it shows the impact of my article. Being cited by another researcher indicates that the source researcher is having an impact on the science. If others cite your article, means your article has some kind of impact. High impact is felt to reflect high value. To conduct bibliometric study, decide which source that covers your research area. If you want to conduct a research study on bibliometrics, you must find out a very good topic in the sense the current burning topic. For example, you can take now COVID-19. So there are a number of researches going on all over the world. In 200 countries, the research is going on. So number of publications are coming to the field, coming to the field. So the number of publications on COVID is more, and it is very burning topic. So if you take this kind of topic, definitely your research will be appreciated. Then two types, namely performance analysis and science mapping analysis. What is performance analysis? If you take bibliometric study, there are two types. One is performance analysis and science mapping analysis. Performance analysis, nothing but comparing between researchers, between institutions, countries, like that. Whereas SMA means science mapping analysis means taking particular topic, particular research field and doing it. Like I said, the COVID, this is one. So bibliometric studies are conducted on databases such as Web of Science, Scopus, Google Scholar, Microsoft Academia, Dimensions, PubMed, Embase, Springer, Link, etc. These are all databases, but today the only two databases which are being used are Web of Science and Scopus. Other databases were not used, maybe due to some limitations, like Google Scholar may accept predatory journals also. There are a number of differences are. So these two databases are commercial databases, and if you have a subscription, then you can access, you can find out your research impact. Why bibliometric study used? Excuse me. So you want to publish in which journal? Then bibliometric study is one of the best study. It is used as a way of assessing the quality of the research being published. If you want to see the quality, this is best one. Often used to judge the performance of the individual researcher. If you want to see your research performance, so this will be a good study. And frequently used as an evaluation and impact tool. This is a good tool for evaluating your research impact. Then the library, if the library wants to subscribe, then this is bibliometric study is best one. So research databases, without a databases, you cannot conduct a bibliometric study. It is used to find out impact factor of journal, ranking, and evaluate scientist productivity and journal quality. If you want to find out the journal quality or scientist's productivity, or you want to rank, or you want to find out the impact factor of journal, so this is best. These databases will help you. So quantitative number for the same researcher may vary from one database to another. Suppose if you take a Scopus, if your research results will be different, and if you go to Web of Science, the research output will be different, because both are indexed in different way by using different kinds of sources, like such as original papers, review letters, and commentaries, but exclude other contributions such as book chapters. Sometimes some of the databases, they won't accept book chapters, technical reports, and conference papers. So this depends upon the research databases policy. So these are the databases. Web of Science, I think you can go and see what is Web of Science, and it covers 256 journals. I think maybe around 20,000 journals, high impact factor journals. And in the same way, this is for what you call sciences, social sciences, humanities. It is the property of Thomson Reuters, and now Clarivate Analytics has taken. And Scopus brought out by Elsevier. It's a database for social sciences, physical sciences, and health sciences. And Google Scholar, it is free, launched in 2004, indexes peer-reviewed online academic journals, and sometimes it will also accept predatory journals. That is the weak point. Then Microsoft Academic, this is previously it is called Microsoft Academic Search, but it was relaunched as a new service in 2016 as Microsoft Academic, and other database dimensions. So these are all databases you can go for your finding the research impact. But normally these two databases like Web of Science and Elsevier's Scopus are being used all over the world. So software tools for conducting bibliometric analysis, what all the softwares are available? BibExcel is there, BiblioSign is there, Bibliomaps is there, CiteSpace is there, CiteNet Explorer, SciMat, Cite2 tool, VOS Viewer. So in this, BibExcel is text-based, the others are graphical based representations. Many databases, many tools are available, but I will give you a small general overview about VOS Viewer, because discussing more tools will be difficult within the stipulated time. So now, then what are the bibliometric indicators? Citation analysis and citation chasing, journal impact factor, ranking researchers, co-citation coupling, bibliographic coupling, citation counts, immediacy index, impact factor, CiteScore, source normalized impact per paper, SciMago journal rank. These are all bibliometric indicators. We'll discuss one by one. So first we must know what is citation analysis. Citation means acknowledging the previous source. Enables to find from where certain materials has come and to access. You can find out from where it has come, and you can also go and take the particular reference by looking into the citation. Reference will be there, and in the reference, all the particulars like journal name, volume number, issue number will be there. Sometimes even the website address also will be there. Just you can go and take the particular article. It will help you. Citation count, the number of times your source item is cited. Citation count means, for example, I have published one article. After 3 years, just if I see my article, there some of my friends they might have consulted my article. They might have referred my article. So I can come to know how many of them have cited my article. That is nothing but citation count. Analysis of published materials using statistical analysis. What is citation analysis means? Analysis of published materials using statistical analysis like bibliometric study. Two types of citation analysis. One is forward and backward. Backward citation means, for example, you are looking into a particular citation, particular article. In that, there may be number of references. You are going back to the particular, by seeing the references, you are going back and retrieving the document. This is backward. Forward means looking for new citations. Just this is what backward citation chaining, forward citation chaining. Backward means, suppose you are looking into an article. in which there are number of references, and you want to take the full text of the particular article, which is back, which is being published long back. So that is what backward citation chain. Citation directs the researcher to gain more knowledge on the research area he is working. Develop a new knowledge. By doing research, you will gain a new knowledge. Then through this, you can find out the research gap. That is what the literature review, what you have to do is you have to refer as much possible. You must collect the literature and find out where the gap is existing. It will help you to find out the research gap. So what is citation chasing? More citations are more value the article will have. Keep watching of article status. Suppose I have published articles, I will keep on chasing. I will keep on looking how many of them have cited my article. So this is nothing but citation chasing. Then journal impact factor. It is brought by Dr. Eugene Garfield. In Web of Science, it's being used. So journal impact metric tool to determine the prestige of a journal. If you want to find out the prestige of a journal, or if you want to subscribe journals for your library, then journal impact factor plays a lead role. Journal publishes articles in which more articles cited. For example, if you take one particular journal in which most of the articles are cited, means the journal has high impact factor value. Okay, and helps the researcher to understand the value of content published in a journal by seeing that if there are less number of articles are cited, then the value of the journal is low. So you can judge which one is better journal to publish your article. For example, Bibliometrics, it's one of the best journal, high impact factor journal, where you can publish your articles, but it takes much time and your article should be a quality one. So your article must meet the standards of Bibliometrics journal. So ranking of journals, how you have to rank? See, for example, journals, for example, journal X 2012 impact factor. Suppose you want to find out the impact factor for 2012 for a particular journal, then you have to collect the articles published in 2011 and 2012. For example, Annals of Library and Information Studies. This is the journal. If you want to find out impact factor for 2012, you must take the issues for 2010 and 11. For example, in 2010, 4 issues are there. In 2011, 4 issues are there. And in 2011 and 2010, how many articles, how many of them have cited these articles? So 2010 and 11. So just if you calculate the total number of citations papers published in 2014, for example, is 1870, the number of citations, divided by the total number of papers published in 2014. So the number of papers is 907. So if you divide this, you will get 2 point something. So the journal impact factor is 2 point something, 2.01, like that. So the total number of citations for the period 2010 and 11 divided by the total number of articles published in the journal for the year 2010 and 11. This is what journal impact factor. And the same way, CiteScore is being used in Scopus database. Now, for example, you want to calculate a CiteScore for 2018, collect the number of papers published by a journal in the previous 3 years. So the number of years varies from database to database. For example, if you take Web of Science, it will take 2 years. Then Scopus will take 3 years. Sometimes 5-year impact factor also will be there. So it takes 3 years. For example, if you want to calculate for 2018, then you have to collect the articles for the year 2015, 16, and 15. And also you should collect the number of citations for the year 2015, 16, and 17. So what you do is the total number of CiteScore equal to total number of citations for the year 2015, 16, and 17 divided by the total number of articles published in 2015, 16, and 17. So for example, the total number of citations for last 3 years is 40 divided by 20 is total number of articles published in that particular journal. So the impact factor of this particular journal is 2. So ranking researchers, suppose you want to rank the researchers, for example, if you want to rank Professor Nithyanandam and Professor Rajeshekar. So what you have to do is scoring system used not only to evaluate research journals, but also to evaluate individual researchers. You can compare both, you can compare Professor Nithyanandam with Professor Rajeshekar. So who has published more articles, who has received more citations. One system to evaluate individual researchers is the Hutch model. So that is called a Hutch index. It is developed by J.E. Hirsch. So this is nothing but number of papers has got number of articles, equal number of papers, equal number of citations. This type of tools help the authority to select the researchers for the post, promotion, and giving grant. Now, your Hutch index matters. Your institute, if you want to rank your institute, Hutch index matters. If you want to rank the country, Hutch index matters. If you want to rank the researchers, Hutch index matters. Department, Hutch index matters. So many things are there. So originally designed to assess personal research output. This is for individual person. So for example, if you see Hutch index of particular author, Hutch index is 20 means, suppose my Hutch index is 20 means, each of my article has got at least 20 citations. That means, for example, I have published 15 articles. So all 15 articles have got at least 20 citations. That is what, sorry, I have published 20 articles. My Hutch index is 20 means all my articles, number 1 article has got 20 citations, number 2 article has got 20 citations, 3, 4, 7. So all, so 20 into 20, 400 citation average. My average citation is 400. So this is what Hutch index means. See, if you come to here, this is what my publication. There are 12 publications are there. Publication 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, up to 12 are there. And publication 1 has 25 citation, 2 has 13, 5, 10, like that. So it is arranged according to hierarchical order. Now what I have to do is, now I have to find out in these which one has highest citation. Number P6 is number 1. Then take number 2. P1 is number 2. See, P1 is 25. Then P10 is 16. So you just put it from top to bottom, from highest to lowest, highest citation to lowest. You just make it highest to lowest. Then find out where the numbers are matching, equal. See, if you come to 8, here it is not 8, there is no 8, but it can be 8 or more than 8. But Hutch index is 8 only. See here, the Hutch index is 8. If you see here, this also you can say this is Hutch index. 7 has 10 citations, 9 has 9 citations, but if you come to 9 has 7 citations, this is lower than this one. 9 articles, but 7 citations. This is less than this one, but this is either equal or more than this one, 8. That is why H index is 8. If you come to this one, you will understand. Here also, I have made it highest to lowest. You see one, this one has got 12 citations, second paper has got 8 citations, third has got 8 citations, fourth paper has got 7 citations, fifth got 6 citations, 6 has got 6. So this is what? 5 also okay, but 6, again 6 is there. So this is correct. If you come to 7, see 2, the number of articles are more, but the number of citations are very less. But here it is equal. So this H index is 6. In the same way, if you see is 46, 36, but here 5 are more than 5, but 6 less than 6. This is not equal. So this is equal, either equal or more. So H index is 5. And if you come here, 5 and above, this is okay. If you come to 6, it is less than 6, the number of citations. So we have taken H index 5. So this is what either equal or more. So author A citations are not high. See, if you come to here, the citations are not high. If you add these total numbers, it will be around some 40. If you add this one, it will be around 300. If you add this one, it will be around 600. Though he has got 600 citations, though this person B has got 300 citations, though this person A has got only 50 citations, but he is maintaining a consistency record. But here there is no consistency. After 46, 36, 6 and 4, like that. See, 222, 188. So there is no consistency in B and C. That is why the H index of A is better. This is what the limitation of H index. If you see Edward Witten, he has written he has got 132 H index, but you must be knowing Stephen Hawking. He has got a 62 H index, but he is very popular. For example, if you take Einstein and Edward Witten, so Einstein is very popular. So based on H index, calculating the identifying the person based on the H index is also not advisable. So item index is useful for Google Scholar. In this, at least 10 number of citations should be there. At least we will come to know. See here, what I did is the citations. So there is zigzag, P1 26, P2 paper 2 13. So there is it is not in order. Now I made it order 1 P6 30 26, like that I have made it. If you come here, 7 articles has got 11 more than 10. So 10 or more than 10. So 7 articles have got 11 citations. That means this is the item index for this particular publications. Whereas come here, 8, this is more than 8. If you come to 9, it is less than 9. So H index, if you see, equal to 8 or more. Therefore H index is 8 here. And here each article has 10 or more citations. So this is what 7. See, item index is 7, H index is 8. Because here we are taking all the articles which has got 10 or more than 10 citations. That is why it is little bit above the H index. So in the same way, see here in the rank 1, this is the item index because more than 10 citations. But if you come to second, less than 10. So this is not this is H index, and this is item index, this is H index. So here 4 has, this is item index, this is H index. This is for this item, both item index and H index are same because 10 or more same. Here again 5 or more than 5. This applies for both I10 index and H index. Then comes G index. It is designed by Leo Eggy. This we will come to this ranking. This is again, it is ranked P1, P2, P3, 4 and put it in 1, 2, 3, 4. And first one is 30, 28, 17. You just put it highest value to lowest value. Then come to fourth column and just cumulative citations. First one is 30. Second one is 30 plus 28, 58 and 75, 90. So like that, there are 156 citations. So now come here, rank square equal to 12 into 12. See, just calculate 12. 1 into 1, 1. This is 1. And 2 into 2, 4. Here you see 58, more than 4. 3 into 3, 75. 16, 90, 25, 104, 36, 115, 49, 126, 8 8s are 64, 135, 9 9s are 81, 143, 10 10s are 100, 149, 11 11s are 121, 153, 12 12s are 144, 156, 144. 156 is less than 144. So this H index is 12. This G index is 12. If you come to this, you will clearly understand. See, for example, 1 into 1, 1. 2 2s are 4. This is also matches. 3 3s are 9. 27 less than 27. 16 less than 34, 25 less than 40, 36 less than 44. But here you see this, you will understand. Here 49, which is higher than 46. So here, this is what the G index. See, here if you just multiply 5 square, 25. 25 is less than 40. So this is not. Here 6 6 are 36, but 36 is less than 46. This rule applies. But if you come here 7th, 7 7s are 49, but here the 46 number is less than 49. So this is what the G index. The same way, just you can calculate. G index for A6, B8, C8. So this is the Alagappa University. Just I have applied. We have got 1,676 citation result. Some of the cited. How many of them cited? 16,607. They have cited. In which self-citations we must remove self-citation. Self-citation means we will write our own, for writing one article, we will put our own article to increase the citations. So they will eliminate the citations. So citing articles, the total number of citing articles is 12,679. Citing articles without self-citations, average citations per item. For each article, how many citations we have received? 9.91. For H index, this university H index is 50. So this is what H index. So this is Web of Science, how we are finding out the results. Then here citation report of Balamurugan, Alagappa University. So same way, results found 29. He has published 29 articles. How many citations he have received? H index. So automatically it will calculate and give it to you. Web of Science, if you go to Web of Science. This is for another person. The same way. Ranking of articles. Article level comparison will help you to find out the quality of the articles and its impact on the research. Article level comparison is possible, but it takes little time. Then ranking of university, there are many databases are there. By using these databases, you can rank your universities. What is co-citation coupling? If you see this article C, he is referring article A, he is referring article B, he is referring both the articles, but article A and B, they do not know. Both of them, they are not aware. They are not aware, but C is citing both paper A and B. If C cites more number of articles of A and B, means there is some kind of relation between A, B, and among A, B, C. See here, the person C is citing paper A, the person C citing paper A, but these two people are not aware of. They are not aware. And here, sir,
This, you know, time. Please maintain time, sir.
when I can.
5 minutes, please. 5 minutes.
Sir,
Take 5 minutes, sir. Because in another session is there.
Okay.
Like you take another 5 minutes, please.
Okay. So bibliographic coupling means A citing BC, B citing C. Okay. So this is called bibliometric citing, co-authorship. A keyword occurrence. Suppose technology, a keyword is occurring in article A, B, C. That means in these three articles, the word technology is available. So keyword occurrence. So this is a degree of collaboration, number of multiple authors divided by number of multiple authors plus number of single authors. So degree of collaboration. Citation council, this I already know what is citation council. So immediacy index means instead of calculating for 2 years, you are calculating for only 1 year. That is nothing but immediacy index. So just for 1 year you want to see, that is nothing but immediacy index. So this is what the database. Here you are typing, you are using just the coffee and health. Then you are using other file formats to export the data. So 606 data you are exporting to the desktop. So here the Web of Science will allow 500, less than 500. Then if you want to export remaining means 501 to 6,000, 1,001 to 1,500, like that, in different spells you have to export, and full record and cited references and tab limited. This is what the format you have to use. Once this is a VOS viewer. So this is what VOS viewer. Just if you go and create, if you click create map used to bibliometric data. So then if you come here, Web of Science, click Web of Science. In Web of Science, you are taking the data, already saved data. These two data you have taken, text file, okay. And if you come to next, suppose you want to find out the citation versus authors. Just click that one and go next. Minimum number of documents of an author. One number of documents. Suppose 5 documents published. One author published 5 documents. You want all those documents means this is the way. Just you see this. These are the documents, 5 or more. How many citations? 5 documents have received 103 citations. Like that, many are there. So you can export it. Just right click and export selected authors, so that you can export. This is for viewing through viewer. So this is density. This is, you can put it in Excel limitation. Now just I will a small. This is what most viewer. Now I am going to create. Go to create. create a map based on network I don't want, create map based on bibliographic data. Click this one and next. Okay. Bibliograph, read.
Ganesan.
Hello. Hello.
Ganesan, it is not audible.
It's not audible. Hello.
Oh, it is audible. It is audible.
My PPT is
It is audible.
PPT. You can view my PPT.
PPT is yes.
Yes.
Readable.
Professor, just give me 5 minutes. I'll complete it. Just 5 minutes.
Okay, sir. Proceed, please.
Okay. Because with tension I cannot do it. That is why.
No. Remove tension, get pension. Please
Yeah, that's all.
Proceed.
Please. Only just 5 minutes. I'll complete it.
Okay.
See, if I go and create, you will get this menu. This is for bringing out citations of authors, citations of countries, citations of source, like that, many others. You can do wonders. But just I'm going to show you something. Create a map based on bibliographic data, because yours is bibliographic data, and go to next. And read data from bibliographic database. Ours is bibliography, so go to next. And Web of Science, it supports Web of Science, Corpus, Dimensions, PubMed. But ours, I have downloaded data from Web of Science in text file format. Now I'm going to Web of Science. Just I'm clicking this browser. I'm going to desktop where I have the files. This is Web of Science database. So these two I have already downloaded. That is 606 records. So 2 spells, because Web of Science will allow 500 only at a time. So 2 times I have downloaded. So just I am copying this one and selecting these 2 and say OK. Now next. If you come to next, it will take it. Now you see these are the different co-authorship, with co-authorship, authors, organizers, countries. With co-occurrence, all keywords, author keywords, keyword plus. With the citations, you have documents, sources, authors, organizers, countries, bibliography. So different. Now I will take only citation, because I don't have much time. Just I will take citation. Citation with authors. I want to match with the citation. How many documents the authors have produced and how many citations he has got it. That is what I want. I'll just ignore this. I'll come to next. Okay. Minimum number of documents of an author. If you want 5, you can give also 3. If you want 3 also, you can give. Now come to next. There are number of authors to be selected, 101. It is saying next. See, these are the number of documents, 3. It's taking 3. 3 documents has got 149 citations. 5 documents got 57 citations. So again 5 has got 103. So this is this particular document has got 103. But whereas the previous one has received 57 citations only. You see this. Suppose you want to export this one, just right click and export selected authors and just click sample. I'm putting sample and Web of Science there only I'm exporting, just exported. I will show you later. Now this is finished. Yes. So this is what you can see the number of how many articles he has published, everything through this graph. See this. If you go here, everything will be displayed in the bottom. See here. See the author. Yes, this person has linked with this one. Then if you want to see the density, this is what to see the density. Okay. Suppose you want to check for another one. You want to citation and countries. Country wise you want to see citation with the country. Next. minimum number of documents of your country 5. Next. So this is what USA has produced 171. Citations has got 3,499 like this. See, you can just export this also. So if you come to finish, if you want to network visualization, this is the network visualization. So like that we can do wonders. I just with this I will close it. We will just go and see the data we have exported. No, what is that sample? So this is what the data author data we have exported. How we will see through Excel. See, go to Excel, take it and open. In the open, just go to desktop and what is the this one, Web of Science data. You come to all files here, and what is that file we have saved? Sample. Just click it, open it. Next, this is tab limited. That is what automatically it will take. Next, finish. So this is what, see, author. This is what author. This is what document. This is what number of citations. This is what link strength. So just if you want, you can copy it, and you can paste it in you can paste it here. This also you can go for. Okay, you can do it. This is one. Just you can take this one, and also you can put that viewer that if you want a screenshot, just if you click screenshot, you can save it. Sample 1. Where in Web of Science only I'm saving. Come here and Web of Science. This is sample 1. This is what. Okay. So that is in text format. This is in picture format. In this way only you can write your articles. Professor, thank you. And this just with this, the last one is I have closed limitations. There are some limitations. Very few articles are normally cited, and many are read only by editors and reviewers, and differs discipline-wise over time. It is difficult to find out major contribution if the article has multiple authors. For example, one article is published by 15 authors. Who has contributed more? It is difficult to find out. So bias also is there, language-wise, country-wise, language, but they will give more importance to English language. And deliberate citation, sometimes deliberately they will cite. And friendship-wise, I will cite Professor Nityanandam article, and Professor Nityanandam will write cite my article. This is what a kind of network is also going on. Okay, with this I will just close it. I'm closing. Thank you once again. I thank the organizers for giving opportunity to give lecture on this.
Thank you, sir. Few of the questions from the participants, sir. Shall I ask you? Yes, sir. Please give an example for journal title with comparison.
By Vijay Kumar PS.
By Vijay Kumar PS.
Tell me, sir, once again.
Please give an example for journal title with comparison.
Journal title with comparison means what? Example means, so see, comparison means through journal impact factor only it is possible to compare. Journal impact factor, I told you, if the journal impact factor is calculated for 2 years, total number of citations divided by total number of articles for 2 years. So for example, a journal has impact factor 2.5. one journal. For example, Annals of Library Information Studies has 2.5 impact factor. Decidoc Bulletin 3.5. So which is better? 3.5 is better score. So automatically, Decidoc Bulletin is better journal. That is what we have to. By seeing the journal impact factor, we can identify.
So one more question, sir.
For social sciences, the journal impact factor is very less when comparing to science. Yeah, please, sir.
Mr. Ramasamy of NAAC and the NRF ranking, do they accept CiteScore or they accept only IF?
So it depends upon the ranking agency. See what the ranking agency, the Times or NIRF, many ranking agencies are there, and their Sangha is there. Which one they are following, we should go and see from their site only. It is not with us. It is with them only. What the factors they are considering for comparing the journals or comparing the institutions. It depends upon the agency.
So one more question, sir. Dr. Mukyadal, does the number of citations reflect the quality or originality of the work?
Originality, that is what I told you. If you take Einstein, Einstein might have published very less number of articles, but Victor has published more number of articles and received a high number of citations. But in those period, the impact factor facilities were not there during Einstein or Thomas Alva Edison, like that. So that is what I told you. Hawkins has got only 62 citations, whereas the other person, Witter, has got 162, which means we cannot underestimate Hawkins. We know Hawkins is far better than anybody else. So it is difficult to estimate with the number of publications and number of citations. It's very difficult. That is what I told you. Lot of limitations also there. You can cite my name, and I can cite your name. And if you cite more articles of particular journal, then only they will publish. Lot of politics are there. So among this politics, again, we have with this politics only, we are choosing some of the databases for research point of view. That's what my suggestion, my opinion.
Thanks,
Thank you,
Dr.
sir.
Ganesan.
Thank you, sir.
Thank you, sir. Yes, yes. You discussed various databases like Web of Science, Scopus with citations. You prepared slides meticulously. Really, it is appreciable. It is appreciable. You have taken much efforts. Thank you, sir, once again.
Thank you, Professor.
Yes, sir.
Rajan, sir.
Shall we move on to the second session, sir? Janardhanan?
Yes, sir. Rajan on the vote of thanks, sir.
Yes. Next, vote of thanks. Rajan, Mr. Rajan, please. Mr. Rajan, Dr. Rajan. Dr. Rajan?
Yes, sir.
No, he's not there. But anyway, Rajan is not there. Janardhanan, shall I read the... Hello? Dr. Rajan? Please find out. Please ring up to him and call him. Unmute பண்ண சொல்லி பேச சொல்லுங்க. Unmute பண்ண சொல்லி பேச சொல்லுங்க.
Unmute பண்ணனும் மைக்.
சார் பேசுங்க சார், ராஜன் சார். சார் அன்மியூட் பண்ணிட்டு பேசுங்க ராஜன் சார்.
இரு கொஞ்சம் சான்ஸ் ராஜன், நீங்க அன்மியூட் பண்ணிட்டு பேசுங்க சார். டாக்டர் ராஜன், அன்மியூட் யுவர் மைக் அண்ட் தென் ஸ்பீக். மைக் அன்மியூட் பண்ணுங்க. பாருங்க உங்களுக்கு மியூட்ல இருக்குது, நல்லா தெரியுதுங்க. அன்மியூட் பண்ணிட்டு இப்போ பேசுங்க. இப்போ ஆக்டிவேட் ஆகிடுச்சு. பேசுங்க. ராஜன். ஹலோ. ஏதோ ப்ராப்ளம். Sir, okay. On behalf of Rajan, I will deliver the vote of thanks address. Really, Dr. Ganesan, he has taken the topic on accessing research output using bibliometric analysis and tools. See, it is the need of the hour. As we mentioned clearly, 30% of the research scholars, they choose bibliometric analysis nowadays, and it is to be appreciated. He has elaborately described each and every point regarding the citations, etc. And he has quoted so many databases like Web of Science and Scopus, and particularly how to find out the H-index and impact factor. Everything he has described in detail. So in this aspect, I thank him once again, sir, and we may invite you for the future program also, sir.
Thank you, Professor, for
yes, sir.
opportunity.
Yeah. Very slow explanation and easy to understand, and moreover, you are very easily approachable person. Really,
thank you, Professor.
I like your qualities. That is the reason why we want to invite you.
I like your one quote which I want to repeat again, and this is a mantra for all professional, not only for library professional, for all professionals. That is, remove tension, get pension, because nowadays it is difficult to get the pension. That much tension they have. So the quote which you have mentioned is really appreciable, Professor. Thank you, Professor. Thank you,
sir. And I thank Ms. Saraswati and Dr. Rajasekhar and Dr. Rajan, who have come forward to take part in this program. And also the coordinators, I want to thank Mr. Janardhanan, Mr. Tirunavukarasu, and Mr. Venkatramani. Yeah, and I also thank Mr. Kodanraman. Yes. Thank you, Undal. Mr. Janardhanan, shall we move on to the second session? Yuvashri is there? Miss Yuvashri? Please deliver your welcome address. Proceed. No, your voice is not audible. Come closer to the mic. Muted. You first unmute your mic. Hello, you first unmute your mic. Now it is audible. Proceed.
Yes, sir. A very good morning to one and all present here. This is P. Yuvashri, coordinator of Madras Library Association. Let's begin our second session. We are here to learn about migration of integrated library management system to an open source ILMS Koha. I would like to welcome Mr. V. Shivashankar, Scientific Officer, Scientific Information Division, Indira Gandhi Center for Atomic Research, Kalpakkam. He has masters in computer science and computer applications. He has 15 years of experience in the field of high performance computing. I request Dr. N. Tilagavati Madam, Librarian, Dr. M.G.R. Janaki College of Arts and Science to give away the introduction speech about our resource person for the session.
Hello, is it audible? Hello? Yeah, very good afternoon. Thank you, Yuvashri, for your energetic welcome address. I'm Dr. Tilakavati, Librarian from Dr. M.G.R. Janaki College of Arts and Science. I'm happy to introduce Mr. Shivashankar, Scientific Officer in Scientific Information Resource Division of IGCAR, Kalpakkam. He has obtained Masters in Computer Science and Computer Applications. He has 15 years of experience in the field of high performance computing and more than 4 years of experience in the field of LIS. He has acquired training on open source library management system at DRTC, Bangalore, and on open source repository software at NISTA, New Delhi. He is currently administrating the library management software like Koha, DSpace, and other library information retrieval systems. He has published more than 10 conference papers and received the Best Speaker Award twice. I request our resource person to take over the screen and begin today's session. Over to Mr. Shivashankar, our resource person.
Yeah, thank you, Ms. Yoshri Madam and Karaikudi Madam. Am I audible?
Yes, sir. Yes. Yes, we are listening.
Yeah, I'll just share my presentation. Is it visible? Hello?
Yes, it is displayed. It is.
Can you see my presentation?
Yes.
Am I audible?
Yeah, you are audible.
Yeah, it is audible. Please proceed, sir. Mr. Shivashankar.
Yeah, thank you. So before going into the presentation, I thank the organizers of Bibliometric Sundara University and our Mala organizers. So this is my title of my presentation, that is Migration of Integrated Library Management System to an Open Source ILMS, that is COHA. It is actually a case study presentation. This is going to be my agenda of today's presentation. First, I will give you a small introduction to our organization about the proprietary ILMS, then why we went for migration and why we chose COHA. Then comes the core discussion, that is the main theme of this presentation. Namely, this data migration of bibliographic data, background data, transaction data, followed by data validation and commissioning of COHA along with the reports. Then the conclusion is followed. This is just a gist about our organization. Mostly, most of us know about the organization. I work in Indira Gandhi Center for Atomic Research. We are engaged in broad-based multidisciplinary program of scientific research and advanced engineering, which is directed towards the development of fast breeder reactor technology. And in our institution, our library is called as Scientific Information Resource Division, which has holdings of about 60,000 books, 48,000 back volumes, and over 600 journal subscriptions, 15,000 standards, and so many other technical reports. And we are, as SRD, we are keeping ourselves upgraded in order to give state-of-the-art library services by means of implementing digital library infrastructure. Now, these are the challenges for any proprietary ILMS, not only for library software, but for any proprietary software. These are the challenges we have right now. The first, let us see what is the restriction to source code access. If you take example of our library softwares like DLIS, we won't get the source code of the software. It actually this DLIS is written in Java program. MySQL as the backend, and some PHP program also is done in the server side. So these codes are not available to us. So whenever any requirements comes from the library staffs, we could not able to write a new program and get compiled and get attached to the core software. So that is one of the main problem with any proprietary ILMS. Then we have abstract database schema problem. Here we don't know what is the interconnection between the tables in a library database. Suppose tomorrow if you want to add a new table, tomorrow if you are going to design a new program for your library software, this new table cannot be added to this database since it is in the encrypted format. So that is one more problem. Then we have strict licensing policy. Whenever you purchase a new library software, they will give license for only about 3 to 5 years only. So after 3 or 5 years, you will get you will be able to sense the failure. So that's the problem. And once again, we have to purchase the software. Then we have commercial upgrade patches. Suppose whenever you have any bugs in your system, means the supplier has to give the patches, and for that also he will bill. So that is also one more problem. Then we have limited support for customized rates. Suppose if you need any reports or any patches, then we should go to this particular vendor only. That is, it's like a monopoly. We cannot ask any knowledgeable person to get the solution. So it's a single door entry. So that's a problem. Then we have higher cost. The cost of the, even though the cost of the software is for only one time, but for AMC, if you go in order to avoid this following, the top 5 points, but they will charge us about 25 to 30% of the whole product cost. So that's the problem. So why we went for migration? So we faced these issues actually. That's why we thought of migrating it to open source software. So whenever actually initially we used LibSys code, we had some problem and some versioning also was changed. So we shifted to LibSys 7. But unfortunately, the export import model did not work. So if you need to work means we have to pay them extra. And as you all know that when we share our bibliographic data with the vendors or with other librarians, it should be in the Mark 21 format. That is the standard, ISO standard. So it was not possible as we couldn't able to extract in Mark 21 format. So we are able to customize the reports also. As you all know that in LibSys, you can able to take only textual reports, which has its own customized header and footer. But when we send our report, our reports to the accounts or to the vendor or to the higher ups, we need our own user defined text. So those things are not possible with this LibSys. Then there is no open database schema. This I already discussed. Then from the user point of view, browser compatibility problem we faced. Sometimes in the newer version of the browser, whether it be Chrome, IE, or Firefox, what it may be. So only some module will be visible only in the higher version, and some will look good only in the lower version of the browser. So there is no consistency. So user faced this problem, this browser compatibility problem. So these are the problems we face in the proprietary software. So we thought of going for open source library management software, so that we'll have a good hand on that, and we could able to do whatever we want. So those freedom we will have. So before choosing a software, open source software, we actually did some literature survey. And this is the available open source softwares available, like NewGenLib, Bimilda, PMD, OpenAPAC, Vocals, OpenBiblios, NEM, Firefly, and Avanti. And out of this, NewGenLib is a Indian-made software. It was developed by Kesavan Institute of Information and Knowledge at Hyderabad. And this Koha and Evergreen are the top-rated OS ILMS. Koha and Evergreen are more or less the same, but Evergreen lagged in the submodules of patron and serial control, and some part in the acquisition as well. So we were in dilemma which to choose. So still we went further to have a good survey reports from we have did a lot of survey on this open source programs. In one of the survey, we found that is mainly by Madhusudan, Shanti, Vikas Singh, and all others. They have actually listed out all the features and functionalities. More than 310 functionalities they were listed out. Then they categorized into 10 parts, like catalog model, acquisition model, pattern model, circulation model. So all those user friendliness. So they have categorized like that in 10 different zones, and they were ranked accordingly. So when we saw that and we observed that Koha ranked first, so we chose Koha as our open source software. Not only that, it was widely accepted by all over in India, especially in South India. In one of the survey paper, it was observed that in Kerala they have adopted in government institutions, more than 80% of the government institutions have adopted Koha. So that is the one thing we have noted, and most of our government reputed institutions are giving training on that. So whenever you encounter any problem in this software, we can very well approach the experts from NISCAR, CSI NISCAR at New Delhi, and DRTC ISI at Bengaluru. So they are very good people are available there, and they are ready to help us whenever we encounter any problem in doing the installation, implementation, or during the implementation phase also. So apart from that, there are a lot of documentation available, unlike the proprietary systems. Lot of documentation in the form of Koha manuals, Koha wiki, bug database, all those things are there. So in internet, you can also see the database schema also. So you actually POA has about 203 tables. And for each and every table, they have nicely given the documentation. We know how those tables are interconnected through the primary key and foreign key. So all the referential integrity are intact. So all the design of the database is very open and we can able to see it. And it is not in the, and if you install and see, it is not in the decrypted, encrypted format also. So that was the thing. And moreover, just a brief introduction to POHA I want to tell. POHA means actually to donate, actually gift. The correct meaning is gift. Indeed, as a personal view, I think POHA is actually a gift to us. It is the first open source LMS, and it was created in developed in 1999, and the first installations were done on year 2000. So before migration of data from our proprietary software, first we want some sort of first-hand experience. So what we did, first we tried to install POHA on Ubuntu OS. This we have done.
So ரொம்ப ஃபாஸ்டா போறீங்க, கொஞ்சம் ஸ்லோவா போங்க.
Okay. I will slow down. So we need actually first-hand experience before a migration of our data from proprietary software to the open source. So what we did, first we installed POHA 18.11 version. At that time, that was the latest. Now it is 20.05. POHA 20.05 is the latest version, but a couple of years before, this was the latest version, and we got installed into Ubuntu 16.04. So since we have a long-term support by the OS also. What we did is first we did the basic configuration, like creating a library called iGiga. Then we created many item types like book, e-books, journals, e-journals, standards, backwards, and so on. Then we have configured the circulation and find rules. Then we have set many background preferences, data format setting, language preferences. Then so holiday listings also updating also is very important because we don't get fine. Put fine on them for the holidays, Saturday, Sundays, and public holidays. So those configuration was also done. And in customization, extensive customization was done on web app for homepage, and we have created many mark frameworks for each item type. Then we have customized the notices and scripts. Like this is the one of the important things, that is people will get the email alert through the notices sent through email. For that, for every check-in, check-out, renewal, or whatever the action the user does, for that every action alert goes to the user through the email. So all those customization we have done. Then workout preference setting. Then we have a team of staffs for each task. Like for circulation means we have 4 or 5 people. For acquisition and cataloging also we have different kind of people. So for them we have to set different permission, different kind of permission to each set of team. And we studied the POHA database, as I told earlier. So this was very important. Only if you are very much familiar with the POHA database, then you can be able to extract the data from the existing proprietary system. So without knowing the fields or columns available in the POHA database, we couldn't able to extract the data from the proprietary systems. So this is a sample thing I have given for each module, like bibliographic pattern, serial, acquisition, and circulation. Now coming to the core discussion. So this is the actually data migration process. Actually, there are 5 steps involved in it. First, we have to generate reports from our LibSys software. This output will be mere text file. Then we have to convert into a homogeneous data. But there are a lot of unwanted data as well. So that we have to remove to the Excel software. Then we are converting into a homogeneous data. So what is homogeneous data? The data what we have extracted, it should have the same type of same number of columns as well as type of columns. That is the field for every record in it. Then after that, we are mapping. So we are Koha only supports only mark format. It will not support. It will not just take away the text file. So in order to get suited with the Koha, we have to convert to mark format. So some few steps are there in order to convert into mark format. From XLS we convert to .mrc file, and then we convert to .mrc file, and finally we are staging it to the Koha and running the zebra index in order to search in efficient manner. Now I'll go through the steps one by one in brief. This is the report generation process. Suppose let us take the catalog record. For getting the catalog record from the property software, we have to take n number of reports. Actually, we will not get in a single stroke. See here, for example, you can see in report 1, accession number is there. Then we have to select the book title, place of publication, and publisher name. So similarly, we have to take one more report, keeping accession number as the primary key. See here, all the reports we have accession number in common. So in second report, we are taking accession number, volume of book, and publication of year. Then the third report, we are taking accession number, classification number, pages, and book edition number, and so on. Like that, similarly, one more report with ISBN and price and language. So this I'm giving as a sample to you so that you can understand. So what we are going to do is we are going to merge all these 4 reports into a single report by keeping this accession number as a primary key. See, the next step, after generating as a text file, what we are doing, see, this is actually the sample report generated from LibSys. See here, you can see that there are a lot of spaces between the words, unwanted blank lines, and these dotted lines are all running more than 2 lines or single line. Then we can see, and the titles also is running more than 1 line, and we have some ditto symbol also that indicates that one more copy is available, but with a different accession number. So these things and we have to remove it. So we have to make it as a meaningful data. This report doesn't look like a meaningful data because this text file cannot be uploaded directly into Koha. So this has to be cleaned properly. So what we are doing is in the second step, first we have to remove all the unwanted things, like this extra spaces, headers. In some reports, photos also will be there. So those things we have to remove, page, date, all those things we have to remove. So for that, we are using VBO macros. VBO macros means this is a Visual Basic application macros. It is nothing but an automated script which does the routine job. So a small script is written to delete the blank row, delete the page number, bringing the referring a single line with correct accession number, and copying the upper cell values for titles. So those things are done using the VBA macros. After doing this, we have to make it as a homogeneous record, as I told earlier. So what we have to do is we have to import this after running this macro. We have to import this data into MS Excel, that is text to columns. In previous presentation, Mr. P.Ganesan sir told how to export the data into Excel, and he expected all the facilities available there, like comma separated values, all those things he have told, text to columns option in the data tab. So that is how we have to do, and we have to select the fixed width option in order to get the delimited scan. So this is a sample code for deleting the rows, blank rows. So this due to time constraint, I'm just keeping this. This I cannot explain now. So next, now what we are doing is we are merging the data using the lookup formula. This is available in the MS Excel itself. See here in this slide, we are having some reports. You have seen this, no? This accession number. We are keeping this accession number as common, and now we are merging all other fields like this. See the table which is at the bottom of the slide. So everything is now linked together. So now it will look as a homogeneous. But how we did it using this VLOOKUP formula? See here, it has 4 parameters, namely value, table, column index, and lookup. So value is nothing but the accession number which we are going to search. See in report 1, accession number is there. So this is the accession number. We are going to search in the all reports. First, actually, we have to select the cursor in one of the cell. Let it be the I, cell of I. So from there, we are giving this formula. So when we want to search this accession number, means here we have to give the cell value of this accession number. So when you search for this accession number in this table here it can be a single column or a group of column also. I mean range of column also. So it will search in those range. Suppose if you want to if you are giving a second column or third column, the whole second or third column, the value will be searched. And this column index is nothing but the resultant values which are going to be returned to the cell of I. That is, this column index actually starts from 0 onward. So if I give 0 to 4 means here, I mean 1 to 3 means the volume of book, place of publication here will be selected. If it is matches with the accession number. If these both accession number are matched, this column index, suppose if we give to 1, 2, 3 means these 3 values will be returned to this cell of I. And this lookup parameter is actually a Boolean value which can either take true or false. If it is true means it will first look for exact value or it will look for the near optimum value. But actually what we did is we gave false. False means you should see the exact value, that is the exact value of the accession number. So in this way we have created a homogeneous record. Now, still one more step is pending. Since the POHA accepts only a mark format, what we have done is we have to map the data field which I created in the previous slide. So these fields has to be mapped to mark data. So what we have done, you can see it in Library of Congress website. So they have given all the standard tags for mark tags for the data. For example, if you talk about title means it is $245, author first author means $100, and so on. And all the fields it starts with 9, that is 900 series. That is a user defined mark tag that we can define of our own. It depends upon our policy, our the library which takes care. So they will just assign the tag for their own reasons. Then the next step is now whatever we got is in mark format, but we have to convert to mark file. Now what all we have done is it is in XLS format. So we are saving this sheet in XLS format, saying this records in XLS format. So after saving this in XLS format, we are making use of a software called Mark Editor. It is, even though it is not open source, but it is a freely downloadable software. You can just make use of this software. First, we have to select export tab limiter text. So here we are giving our XLS file as the input. That is .xls. Here you can see it. Then in the output file, we are giving this .mrk file, and then just if you press next, then it will ask for mapping. So here we have noted down how we are going to map it. So using this note, we can just map it. See here, here we are not telling that accession number, title, author, year, and so on. Just we are telling it as a field 0. So for field 0, this is field 0. This is accession number. Field 1 is title. Field 2 is author. See here, this data are not available here. So for here only, in the select and map to options only, we can able to map the data appropriately. See, first we have to select field 0, then we have to give this map number. See, accession number we have given $952. So in map we have given $952. So similarly for the title also, we have to give $245 here. So here we have to select field 1, then here we have to give $242 here, and so on. So like that, for every field we have to map it here by selecting the appropriate field. Then we have to apply, then we have to click finish. So once this is done, we have got the .mrk file, but still it is not a compiled thing. So what we have to do is we have to convert this .mrk into .mrc file. It is nothing but the compilation of this compiled output of this .mrk file. So for that also an option is there in the same mark editor software. We have to select now mark tools option. Then input file will be our book.mark file. Then output will be .mrc. Just we have to select this, and this encoding also is very much essential. It should be a universal transforming format in question. It means 8-bit, so it will encode in 8-bit. So this is very essential if you are using multilingual titles in our catalog. So this is very essential. We have to select this data also. Then we have to click execute. Now once that is done, now we are ready with the .mrc file. Now we are going to import into Koha. We have to log in as administrator, and under catalog menu, here you can see that there are two options: stage mark records for import and staged mark record management. First, we have to click the stage mark records for import and select this .mrc file and import it. Once it is imported, it is ready for staging. So then again we have to come to this link, that is staged mark record management. So it will show all the staged records just by selecting those things. We have to click next to get it imported to the real Koha database. That is in my experience. Then mere updating of the database will not do. We have to run the Zebra index. Actually, Koha uses Zebra search engine. Actually, this search engine will work only for XML based documents. Actually, mark is also a special type of XML data. So, because of that only, we are using Zebra search engine. And it complies to ISO 39.50 standard also. So this is actually the Perl script in the bottom of the presentation. You can see this is the Perl -L. This is the source directory, destination directory. Then we have the actual application to be run. That is rebuild Zebra.pl with some parameters. That is minus or minus -3, -3, -3. So only if you run this, the database will get indexed, and while the user searches in the web app, they will retrieve the record in a speedy manner. Now, next is the migration of pattern data and transaction data. Actually, unlike the bibliographic data, this is a straightforward thing. It's not that much complex when we compare to bibliographic data. So what we do is for pattern data, we are going from the property server, namely the steps. We select reports, then we select on numbers, then we select list by IDs. So in this menu, we could be able to select many data like category, group, subject, registration date, expiry date, and so on. So so these columns are selected. These are selected according to the requirements of our Koha data. So that's why we have selected these things. Then we have to select how the output file will be. Like this stuff should be ASCII file. ASCII output should be very good text. Ordered based being the category or group. Then include. So these things are to be checked while generating this text file. And this output file will be in the extension of .pv2 actually in libsys, and it will be available in the following part like user2 libsys and p5x. So after that, what we are doing is we have to, as I told earlier, it has to be in UTF-8 format because of multilingual support by the Koha. So we have to convert into the UTF-8 format. For that, we are using the Notepad or EditPlus software. So simply you have to open this libsys.pv2 file, and we save it as text file with the UTF-8 format. So after saving it as UTF-8 format, we are importing this to MS Excel. Again, this is the same procedure which we followed in the bibliographic data. So using the vertical line delimiter, we are extracting the data, like data of issue, data of expiry, data of birth. So this will be actually delimited by this vertical sign. So using this, we are fetching the data. Now we are converting to Koha import file. Actually, we have one starter file called starter CSV file. It is available when we go to the import section. Under import section, we have tools menu. From tools menu, we have import patterns. Then we have download the starter CSV file. So this is a starter CSV file. But in this CSV file only, we have to insert our pattern data. So I will just show the how it will look like. Actually, by clicking the tools menu, we will have an import pattern button will be there. On clicking that, actually on header file will be coming. In the keeping those header file, we have to insert our output file which we got in the previous step. Then this is the transaction log. Actually, we have extracted, migrated about 2 decades of transaction data. So from LibSys, we have selected these accession, journals, IL items, and bound volumes. So these data are selected, and this period also is selected, and in 132 columns. Then we have exported it, but it took too much of time. And what happened is there will be, as I told, since it is a text file format, we will have some unwanted text like this, like I got dot star question mark in it. So, and we have many dotted lines also. So either we can go for find and replace command in Word, or we have to do some macro functions in the Excel. So this manual method is actually a cumbersome job. So we can do it in Excel itself. So when this is the transaction file processing. So after importing the Excel, we observed that the 16th character actually is the date of transaction. The 26th character was the status, that is charging, discharging, and recharging, which is for check out, check in, and renewal respectively. Then user ID started at the 40th character, that is member ID. Then accession number, we call it in Koha it is called as a barcode. So it started from 51st character. So after observing the initial character reading, we just extracted the transaction data, and we sorted in the chronological order also in Excel. So actually, this is the format for importing the transaction data. So this is star.koc file. So the transaction file which we are going to import in Koha should be a KOC file. KOC means Koha offline circulation file. So for that, the header of that file will be like a version equal to 1.0 generator, KOC, QT4 generator. So this is the already predefined text available in Koha. So the first line of that file should be this header, then followed by the data as shown here. So we have using the delimiter on this character position. What we have done is we have extracted the data in KOC format. And one more thing, what we have done is Koha always expects milliseconds in the transaction log. So we purposely, what we did in Excel, we have written a one formula in order to add milliseconds to it. See, if you see here, only hours, minutes, and seconds are there, but we don't have milliseconds. This 100 millisecond was added purposefully by using this formula. And we all replaced all the charging, recharging with the issue, return, and renewal text, so that Koha understands what it is. And this is the procedure for uploading the offline circulation data. That is what so far what we have manipulated in Excel file, we are uploading here. From Koha circulation model, we have an option called the upload offline circulation file. So and then we have to select upload the transaction.koc file, then add to offline circulation queue. Now also we can see the pending offline circulation action also, because since it has some 2 decades of transaction log, it will take some time. So the pending records which has to be uploaded also, it will be shown in the WA. Then the most important thing is data validation. We have migrated, but we don't know whether it's correct data or not. So we have some set of teams from each core area, like from transaction data means the circulation team will check it with the proprietary software along with this Koha output. So for each team took their own effort and they took extra care to ensure whether all their data are intact. We didn't straight away go to the implementation. First, we did a trial implementation. It ran for about a few months. Parallelly, we run both the LibSys and Koha. So when we got the confidence that everything was okay, then we switched over to the Koha and made LibSys offline. This is the actually our library website. This is our we call this site as YGate. This is a one-stop gateway to our access to our library resources. So here I am marked in this oval symbol. You can see that quick search option is there. This is actually it's a small snippet is written in this website so that it gets linked to the Koha database. So people need not go to the Koha web UI and search it, and patrons can very well search from our library website itself. And we have developed more than 50 reports consisting of all the modules like circulation reports, acquisition reports, cataloging reports, and fine statement generation to accounts, purchase order generation to vendors, bills settlements to accounts, and so on. This is possible only because of the open source database schema. See, one of the report I have shown here with our own customized header and footer. We have our own text like putting terms and conditions to the vendors. So like this, many letters and notes are prepared. So this is the future works. We are planning to integrate with the LDAP server so that people need not remember their user ID password for our library website on this Koha. So a single user ID is enough to access. Then we are trying also to get multimedia files also inside the Koha database.
டைம் ஆகினே போகுது. இப்போ சொன்னாதான் ஒரு 5 நிமிஷம் 10 நிமிஷம் மேல் கொண்டு எடுத்துக்குவாரு. எனக்கு நீங்க எந்த பேசுறத கேட்குற மாதிரி பண்ணுங்க. இந்த மியூட்.
Yeah, I could able to hear you, sir. I will finish it in a couple of minutes. And this is my last slide. So we have what I want to conclude is we have successfully migrated from LibSys to Koha. We have done extensive data validation, and the major value addition what we have done is bulk upload of pattern profile pictures, and we have done uploading of TOC to SQL queries, and we have done batch uploading facility also in Koha, which was very much useful for us. It was time consuming thing. Then what are the data which are present in Koha using Mark engine format. So it is very interoperable with the publisher, vendors, or with the other library staffs.
Mr. Sivasankar?
Yes, sir.
Mr. Sivasankar?
Yes, sir.
Please try to complete the presentation within 5 minutes. It is time. People have to ask for the feedback questions is there. Please clarify such questions. Please take 5 more minutes, sir. Please take 5 more minutes.
No, I'm finishing it.
Try to complete the presentation.
Thank
you, sir.
Thank you. So we have actually we faced many issues also. It's not that it was like a smooth transition, but we took the help of the Koha forums in the internet, and we could able to migrate the data successfully. So still we are doing more customization, and we felt very confident, and it's actually a happy ending in migrated from open source. From my proprietary to the open source. Thank you. Thank you, sir.
Any questions? Any questions?
Yes, sir. We have questions.
Please ask any questions for clarification. Janardhanan.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
Please ask.
What is the most challenging issue faced during migration, sir? Can you explain?
Oh, actually, just I will go to
we received the question from audience. Hey, please.
Yeah, the most challenging part was the migration itself. For example, when you are taking the bibliographic data, we face some. Am I audible?
Yes, sir. Yes,
Yes,
sir.
yes, audible. Please proceed. Yes, audible. Please proceed.
While taking the migrating the transaction data, we faced some issues. Actually, we took when we sorted the transaction log, that is checked in, checked out, and renewal records from the transaction log of Epsis. First, what we did is we imported the checked in data first. Then we imported the checked out data. So that was some problem. So that was giving some problem. Data was inconsistent. So we reversed the process. First, what we did is first we checked out data and then checked in data. So that is one problem we face. And one more thing is that it's a rare issue actually. People tend to check out the books and then immediately they check in the same day. So that's a rare case. But for the since we have uploaded for the 2 decades of transaction, some few hundreds of transactions are inconsistent because from ellipsis only the day time was there, minute was there, but the second was missing when we extracted from the proprietary software. So after finding that, what we did is we listed out the transaction which took place on the same day. So the transaction which took in the same day only created some problem. So that record alone we fetched. Then we started out by adding the seconds and milliseconds to the checked in records. So that's how we actually come to the solution.
Shankar, one more question. I am Vengatramani from Sriharikota. I worked in Sriharikota, is ASRO. See, you are migrated from paid software of Lipsis to open source free software. Okay.
Yes.
Okay. Then what about the open source software? The further versions and all development will not be there. No, you have to do it on your own. For if it is a paid software, you are sure of getting the advanced versions, and will pay for that. And servicing will be done by the supplier. Whereas a free software, you have to do it all that because CiteScore software earlier we are using in that is comprehensive documentary service integrated set of information system from UNESCO developed software. We are doing it. Okay, if advanced versions are not coming, how you will manage on your own?
That's what I told in the presentation, sir. Actually, whenever any new features comes up in Koha, we get the updates. And apart from that, if you want to develop our own, we have our own built technical knowledge in our section itself. In our library itself, we have some IT people who can able to develop the things later for the librarians. So it is not a big thing. Since it is an open source, the code is available in Perl script. We can very well modify the Perl script, and the database also is very well.
Sir, I have one question, sir. I am Dr. Nityanandam, President Mala. Sir, Sivasankar, Ghana. Sivasankar left the studio. Hello? Sivasankar left the studio. Okay. You proceed, sir. Mr. Balaji. Yes, Mr. Balaji, please proceed.
Yes, I thank our resource person, Mr. B. Sivasankaran, for accepting to share his knowledge with us today. I would also like to thank Mrs. P. Ivasri for the welcome speech and Dr. N. Tilahavadi for introduction speech, and also extend my thanks to all the participants and the Mala organizing committee. Have a good day. Stay home. Stay safe.
Mr. Sivasankar is there? Sivasankar?
Yes,
Mr. Sivasankar.
Yeah.
I have one last question. See, MGR Janaki College wants to convert their data into open source software Koha, and they are following at present this called Autolib software. Okay, whether it can be convertible, is it compatibility will be there?
So first of all, we should check the Autolib software. So first I want to see. First, I want to get familiarized with the Autolib software. Then only I could able to tell, because I don't know how the output will be. Because in Lichess we know that we can able to take it in text format. From Autolib we don't know actually.
Yeah, they are following Autolib.
Yeah, but if I am getting familiarized with Autolib things, then definitely I can do it. First, I want to see how Autolib behaves when we are taking the report.
It's a private organization, and you have to inspect first, and then you will give the report for converting into Koha software.
No, institution is not a thing. First, I want to know how the Autolib software generates the report. We know that in Libsys it is generating in textual format, and Libsys 7 onwards, even Mark 21 format also it is getting the output. But how this Autolib behaves, I don't know. First, I should get familiarized with Autolib report generation facility. After seeing that,
I think Autolib follows Mark 21. Is it easy to convert the data?
Yes. If it is giving in Mark 21 format, then it will be very easy job. It will be easy job.
Oh.
Because we need not do any manipulation in Excel sheet. Directly we can just import to format. But still we have to study how it looks like, whether it is suitable to the fields available in format. So first we have to study the database of the existing Autolib software. Only by studying the database. Yes.
Any servicing charges will be there? Servicing charges. No, by the management, by the college. They have to pay to you, is it not? Suppose if they invite you,
so
through
far we
organization.
don't get any money.
No.
By MOU kind of thing or some understanding it can be done. I don't think we will get we will charge the kind of thing. It's like helping.
Okay. We will write to you separately. Thank you, sir.
Not to me, sir, to my management.
I know. Through proper channel. Channel. To your head we will address, and then we will get the reply. Thank you.
Yes, sir. Thank you.
Thank you one and all for patient listening.
Thank you very much, sir.
Thank you.
Yeah, Janardhan.